live event, audience, live audience event. And we have started with a bang, as you can see. If you look around, I think there's quite some excitement around us, and we are very grateful. So my name is Wilson Kuna. I am the head of media, and I'm excited to work with a wonderful team who have been behind all the things that you see. Let's appreciate the team for putting together all this wonderful setup. So we want to begin with a word of prayer, and then I'll just make one or two remarks, and then I'll take my seat. So let us make a prayer. Our dear Heavenly Father, we are grateful tonight. We thank you because you have been with us since this idea was conceived. We thank you because you have helped us, Lord, to gather from different places and to come this evening, to come and fellowship as men, to come and learn from one another, to come and also be encouraged that we are not alone in our journeys of fatherhood. And we want to ask you that you may be pleased to be with us tonight. We pray that the Spirit of God will guide us every conversation tonight, that the Spirit of God will be there present with us to help us even as we break down the issues of fatherhood, particularly the issues of mental health and financial wellness. We pray that, God, this is going to be a time of edification and empowerment for every man. And we commit every particular session of our time together tonight to you. We ask that, Lord, you may guide us and give us a fruitful and life-transforming experience tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So I want to welcome you to, this is Dennis White. If you haven't been here before, this is where many great things happen. And as I said earlier, I lead the team at Hope Media. And at Hope Media, we have five units, beginning with Hope FM. Since 2003, we have been on Keeping Hope Alive. We also have Hope TV. We also have Hope Digital, which is the newest kid in the block. Then we also have Hope Studios, where we give life to sound. And so we'll be telling you a little bit more later towards the end about that. And also Hope Creatives. So these are the 5 units that make up our Hope Media. And we have a wonderful team of about 61 staff who are behind all that you see on your screens and here on your radios. And I just want also to say tonight that this is our very first, the inaugural Men on Record live audience event. And we are very delighted to see each one of you tonight. So why are we here this evening? I think if you have been reading and just following the news, there is something that is silently destroying men. And this is something that an author in one of the dailies today was calling the learned silence of men. The silence that has been, we have been culturally silenced to not talk about certain things because we are supposed to kujikaza kimwanaume, mwanaume ni effort, mwanaume ni jasho. What else are we told? You're not supposed to, to show emotions because it's, or you're not supposed to cry because it's feminine and so on. And yet, there's a responsibility that we have been given as leaders in our homes to take care of our children, to nurture them, but also to be a blessing to our wives. And in addition to that, the reality of the economy, the challenge of putting food on the table, of being available where other men are being counted is real. And research has shown that financial wellness and mental health are joined at the hip. If one is sick, the other is most likely going to be also affected. And tonight we want just to come and tease out those issues with a powerful panel who will be introduced a little later. And so this is a conversation for men because it's a man thing. That's what we say for Men on Record. And so I want just to welcome you and ask you to make contact. Tonight is a time also for networking. We have some of our partners who are here tonight, and you can pass at their booths and their tables just to get to know what they do. And once again, I want to welcome you to this wonderful event, and God bless you, and enjoy the evening. God bless you.
We welcome each and every one of us to today's episode. It's a special one because this is the Father's Day edition, and thank you so very much for finding time to join us this beautiful Friday evening. I know you would have been elsewhere. Ama namna gani? Sindio?
During World Cup
I know the World Cup is going on, and you chose purposefully to be here with us this evening. And so thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We just want to appreciate each and every one of you, young, the middle-aged, the old. Thank you so very much. Those who came with their fathers, those who came with their sons, asanteni sana, we do not take it for granted.
Another great evening just to, talk about issues to do with men.
All right.
When men congregate just to talk about their issues, something great, It's something to be proud of, because in a generation where, people teach one another, especially men.
Yes.
Be strong. You can do it.
Jikaze bana.
Hey, kisabuni.
Wewe ni mwanaume.
Why should you cry?
Yes.
Why should you share? Why should you, seek help?
Yeah.
You're a man. Come on.
And so that is the conversation we will be having this evening. And we feel that the two topics that we are actually discussing, they are correlated because we are looking at it in terms of when financially you are not doing well, how does that impact your mental well-being? And when you're not well financially, unajua pia there is a saying they say that mwanaume ni wallet.
Mwanaume ni wallet.
Isipoanguka
huko nyuma, ukiwa mzito.
Ukikaa haufai tu kukaa straight. Kwa sababu ni wallet, unafaa kukaa hivi.
So kama ukai hivi,
umeinuliwa na wallet. Because na sio business cards.
Real finances, real money, real currency.
Exactly. And so that is what we will be discussing this evening. And so tell a man to tell another man that it is time for them to tune in, because their lives will never be the same again. I believe we will be challenged. We will be shaped to become better men.
And it's always a good thing.
Yes.
If you access information or you have the privilege to access some information, it's good to share with another man out there.
Yeah.
So you can share a link, our YouTube link, our Facebook link, our social media links to as many men as you possibly can, so that we can be able to impact as many as possible. Because every man matters. Every
man matters, wherever he is. So hata wale wako ushago, make sure you are also telling them to tune in to Hope FM or Hope TV. Or also you can share with them the link that you are talking about. And I'm excited because the gentleman, that's a good thing, the gentleman we are hosting tonight. Because I remember when we were asking downstairs, we were talking about it and we were like, ladies and gentlemen. But then again, we were like, wait.
It's men and gentlemen,
It's men and gentlemen, because we are used to ladies and gentlemen, so we can replace the ladies with men and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
And the gentlemen that we'll be having this evening, they are a household name. When it comes to their respective fields.
The authorities.
Exactly. And having listened to them, having hosted them as well. Indeed, they are the right men. And today promises to be that night that brings a shift in the life of every man. And they usually say, I'm the first consumer. Before it reaches even any other man at the other side. Mi niko side hapa, napata direct.
It's the proximity really
matters.
The
proximity. So before it hits them, first of all, it hits me.
It has to come through.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Up to the other side. And you can imagine, Frank, later in life, your kids watakuwa nakuuliza, Daddy, but I think I have seen your videos and you hosted Daktari Arthur. Mbona, why are you behaving in a manner to suggest?
Otherwise. You were not listening.
Were you not listening? I know.
You didn't take notes.
Exactly. Didn't you take notes? And then for me, my children would be like, "Ay, Daddy,
yes,
we have watched your videos.
Yeah. What we are doing.
I saw you hosted Pius.
Yes.
A household name when it comes to financial matters.
Yeah.
Kidogo una struggle. Una struggle.
Why are you struggling in this area?
Why are you struggling? So this is a message to us that as we end this conversation,
yes,
that there should be a shift.
Very true. And the good thing is that we have cameras rolling, so they'll pick even the face on the other side, so that the children will also say, "We saw you. You were in that meeting.
Yeah, Daddy, you were there.
Yeah. Why didn't you ask that question?" Or even your wife might ask.
But the chances are, I don't know if we tell the gentlemen to switch off their phones, but don't switch off, because chances are, a wife atatumia a message with a question. Kuna question hapa, I thought you should be asking. Na umekaa tu, na umenyamaza tu.
Umenyamaza tu. Mbona ukuuliza? You've been struggling in this area.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's also an invitation to all of us that we will be having a Q&A during this session, and feel free. Hatuko hapa kujudge. Hatuko hapa kujudge.
No judgment.
That's why we are easy. Only one lady.
Yeah.
It's
only one, right?
They are doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we are looking forward, and we are now having a countdown so that we can officially begin our show. So karibuni sana.
In a world where men often walk alone, who do they turn to for answers? Being male is a matter of birth, but being a man is a matter of choice. This is the dawn of something phenomenal. Fathers, sons, brothers, from the daily grind to the battles within. This is where real stories are told. A place where the silent struggles are given a voice, where the unspoken truths are laid bare. No holds barred. Brace yourself. This is Men on Record. It's more than just talk. It's a man thing.
And yes, it is a man thing. Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Men on Record. And we are coming to you live from Sitam Valley Road. This is the Dennis White Hall. And what a beautiful evening we have as we are having a congregation of amazing men, young, middle-aged, and even the old, as we are here to have a candid conversation. And yes, Men on Record, this is a live, engaging show that is right here to ensure that we are unpacking everything that touches on men. And so good evening and welcome from wherever you are watching us from. And tonight, I'm not alone. I usually don't walk alone like Liverpool. I'm here with my co-hosts, ladies and gentlemen, men and gentlemen. Allow me to welcome my guest.
Your guest, right?
My co-host, this is none other than Frank, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're great.
Salama. Good to see you.
Pleasure, man.
Hey, and I like, is it me or is it you? Yeah, in terms of is it biceps?
You know,
as a man, chakula ama ni shati yako ndogo?
Si chakula, ni zoezi.
Nimekuwa nikichapa pia zoezi.
Pia wewe?
Pole tu.
Okay.
Sijafika levels, you know there are lanes to these things. Yeah, so allow me to stick to mine. It's good to see you.
Very much okay.
Karibu sana.
Thank you, bro. How's been the week?
My week has been fantastic. Of course, a lot of you know, my boss is here.
Yes.
But allow me to say a lot of football.
Yes.
Has been happening.
Uh-huh.
And I have been watching a lot of football.
Yes.
And the reason I watch football is because I need to keep my audience updated.
Very true.
So I'm not just doing it for leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to clarify certain things. Yeah, so I do it also so that I keep the audience entertained.
Up to date, yeah.
And also informed. And of course, it's been, you know, ups and downs, and especially when it comes to the African teams.
Very true.
Brazil, of course, being held to a 1-0 draw by Morocco.
Yes.
We saw South Africa.
Yes.
You know, they lost the first one.
Day,
jana walijikakamua.
Yeah, wajaribu sana.
Wajikakamua.
Yes.
But kidogo ni kama mwendo itafika mwisho.
Ukingoni.
Hivi karibuni.
Itaisha.
Itaisha tu. Yeah, but looking forward also to what we anticipate in the other matches that are coming on.
Very true.
And of course, the EPL.
You know, it's still too early to choose a team, but I know you've settled on one already.
On a team?
Yes.
Yeah. Because of my sons, France.
France.
And also, you see, also France is an extension of Africa.
You know, you're on record, and you're a man, so you're on record. We will revisit.
Against me. I'm going to remind you that I picked France from the onset.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm Team France.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great. If you're following us tonight, you can feel free to interact with us on 0717 400 555. That is our call and WhatsApp number, 20933. On SMS and as well on our TV WhatsApp number 0708 222 323. You can tell us where you're tuning in from, how you are doing, because you know, George Gichuru,
yes,
many a times you ask a man, how are you? Niko sawa. I'm good.
That is how we have been trained.
So how are you financially?
Yeah, me niko sawa tu.
Okay. Uko sawa tu?
Was that a question? Was that a question or?
I wanted to know how you're doing.
Oh, how I'm doing.
How you're doing financially before I come to emotionally.
All right.
Yeah.
Financially, I'm there.
You're stable.
Yeah.
Financially stable.
We're becoming personal now. I think this is a cue for us to officially begin the show. And so tonight we are here to explore a topic. And this topic is one that affects millions of men, but it is rarely discussed openly. Mental health and wallet wealth. And we often hear that money can't buy happiness. But do you know financial struggles can certainly, rob people of peace of mind. And at the same time, wealth and success do not automatically protect someone from anxiety, depression, burnout, or even thoughts of suicide. And that is why this evening we are here to have that very timely conversation. And tonight we are asking, what is the relationship between money and mental health? Why are men particularly vulnerable? And where can they find help? And to help us unpack this, we are not alone. We are joined by Dr. Arthur Shikanda. He is the head of psychology at Park University. And so please, men and gentlemen, let's have a look at his profile.
Dr. Arthur Shikanda. Dr. Arthur Shikanda is the head of psychology at Pan-Africa Christian University and the academics program advisor for BA Psychology. He's also an ordained minister, serving as the lead pastor at the Kenya Assemblies of God, Parklands Christian Center. With over 16 years of practice and experience in counseling psychology, Dr. Shikanda serves as a consultant psychologist to corporate sector staff and specialized agencies. As a family man married to Lillian and a father to 3 grown sons, he maintains a deep focus on the family as an integral unit for national and community growth. His extensive background allows him to uniquely integrate spirituality and mental within practical assessment and intervention measures.
Great, thank you so much. And tonight we also joined with Pius Muchiri, who's the MD, Nabo Capital, and George Gichuru.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, we'll talk about, before we talk about all the other things.
Yes.
It's good to create that balance, like you said earlier. Financially stable, mentally stable.
Stable.
Yeah.
So we are looking at stability on all fronts.
Equilibrium.
Yeah. Ukiwa stable both sides, life itakuwa sawa.
Absolutely.
And so let's listen in to Nabo Capital Director and Founder, That is Pius Muchiri, and this is his profile.
Pius Muchiri is a managing director of Nabo Capital, an independent investment boutique managing over $200 million in assets under management. With more than 15 years of experience successfully investing across Africa, he has overseen investment transactions in excess of $500 million and driven investment returns exceeding $82 million. He previously served on the core team that implemented the Centum 2.0 strategy, scaling the firm from a $60 million entity into a $1 billion asset under management outfit. He's a certified public accountant, CFA charter holder, and a certified life coach. He views wealth creation as functional purpose to enrich society and build generation legacies. He's happily married to Joyce Muchiri and is a dedicated father to 3 boys and 2 girls.
Welcome back, and yes, that is the profile of Pius Muchiri, and so continue interacting with us, and we are also proud to have amazing partners who have joined us in as far as tonight's episode is concerned, and they are all over this place to ensure that everything is running smoothly. And so big up to everyone who has joined us, and especially the corporate world that has joined us. I see a Lion, we have Britam, we have Sitam, Kadolta as well. They are also in the building, and so thank you so very much for that support. We also have Momentum because of the reliable financing that you need in as far as your business and personal finances are concerned, and also HCG Cancer Center. We'll be discussing some more about them. But gentlemen, it's good to have you. Karibuni sana. It's a joy to have you this evening.
Sante.
Thank you.
It's
good to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you join us. And I think we can go straight to it. Sitting next to Pius, first of all, is an honor.
Yes. Yeah.
I have listened to him, listened to so many things that he has had to say in as far as finances, and especially personal finances are concerned.
Yes.
But for me, the $1 million question I keep asking myself, have you ever made any financial mistake? Because you are a guru, and so you have had it easy, for sure.
When I'm interviewing people for any position in investment, one question I always ask them is, have you ever made losses? If you've never made losses, you're not qualified to be in my team.
Okay.
Because investment is a two-sided game.
Yes.
Actually, it's a zero-sum game. So if you've never made losses, then you cannot say that you're an accomplished investment professional.
Yeah.
So my track record, and it's very public. I have made losses.
You have.
Some of them have caused me very sleepless nights.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. There are losses that give
But we don't call them mistakes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Every shilling, every dollar that we send out there in the name of investing, whether it is successful or it comes with a setback, it comes loaded with the lessons.
Yeah.
And that's how we look at it.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
He's talking about that, and I'm just wondering about, the sleepless nights and all that.
Yeah.
And to bring Dr. Arthur into the conversation, as a mental health expert, ushaikuwa na stress kweli? Have you ever been stressed?
I think if anybody said Hannah stress, they would be lying.
Okay.
You remember when the Bible said in 1 John chapter 1 verse 9?
Yeah.
And one of us claims they have no sin.
Yes.
They will be lying. So the same thing, stress, it comes in, just like my friend here, Pius, has said.
Yes.
Stress is both positive and negative. So anyone, including all of us who are here, the level of stress can be measured in our blood system. But it will depend on whether it's negative or whether it is positive.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have been stressed.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably I am, even now. Because
pressure creases.
You see, to prepare to come for this meeting, That's already a stressor. That's
We are under stress.
All right, let's talk. Okay, we are just in the Father's Days this coming Sunday, and I'd want you to talk about what excites you about this season, because I know when we talk about Father's Day, it means different things for different people. So for you, what excites you exactly about this season?
I think what excites me, that's a very good question.
Yes.
Because fatherhood comes with a myriad of challenges.
Okay.
To me, I look at it first of all as a calling. And now that calling, nobody, including all the men who are sitting here, I don't think any one of you got a manual to guide you that when you become a father, this is what is going to happen.
Yeah.
So we enter into a world of oblivion. We don't know what to anticipate. And the expectations on a man, just somebody called a man, is enormous. And I think for me, who is a Christian, I'll begin from the biblical perspective.
Yes.
In the Garden of Eden, that is where it all began. Ati utatoa jasho hivi ndio uweze kula na ulishe.
Yes.
Now you see, that already brings the fatherhood into a certain perspective. Do you really understand before you enter into it? So for me, to answer you directly,
yes,
I am excited because today we are going to tell each other, because we are men, we're going to talk about it and on what fatherhood is.
Amazing.
We would love to hear from you, and so continue engaging with us across all our social media platforms, Hope TV Kenya, as well as Hope FM Live, and we appreciate you so very much. You can also utilize the comment section. We are live on the social media platforms, YouTube and also on Facebook, and so we can get, talking. Ask those questions indeed. Don't be provoked by anyone. Hii kitu ni ile, we were told, hii ni personal.
Sindio?
Yeah, hii ni very personal. Yeah, so usiulizwe na mtu ama mtu akwambie, uliza hii. It's very personal.
Yes.
And so go ahead and ask that question. And understanding the connection between mental health and also wallet wealth. Does financial stress even, create mental health? And I want to start with Daktari, the correlation and the connection between the two, because
he was asked that question.
I'm throwing it.
He knew where to direct it.
I knew where to direct it.
If you saw a man on payday, and you saw them like today, the behaviors are different.
Okay.
Like the behavior automatically are different. They will be walking and asema nitakukanyaga na nitakulipa.
Yes.
At that particular time, amekalia wallet like the way he was saying. Amekalia wallet. So is there a connection?
Yes.
A big one.
Yeah.
In fact, lack of money diminishes a man's self-esteem.
Okay.
You walk around kama kuku amenyeshewa just because huna do, huna pesa. You don't even have the guts to talk before people. But now you can see the way Pius is talking here. Unasikia zile pesa amesemekana ametengeneza.
Yes.
No, sasa. So like, it gives you that impetus. It makes you feel, yes, I can speak before other men. But then, this is a good forum in this manner.
Yes.
Whether you have it or you don't, we are going to learn, especially from a man who says he's come from the losses.
Yeah.
And he says, and I like the way you say it, if you have never failed, if you have never lost anything, you're not fit to be hired in his program. So if you have lost, this is the best place.
Yeah.
And we're going to learn about it. Thank you.
Let's talk about the pressure and the stress that Daktari is also mentioning, and especially when it comes to this man, the pressure of providing and also protecting what they have. You are big when it comes to legacy, and legacy in terms of financial legacy that you leave behind. As a father, how important is it to create that legacy, and where do we even start as men?
I think the most challenging thing to be a man is really in our identity. what does it mean to be a man? What does it even mean to provide?
Yeah.
And many of us, we become husbands, we become fathers, without having clarity on what it means to be a husband, it means to be a father, and it means to provide. When you say that mwanaume ni wallet, I know we are joking, but it really sets us up for failure. From where I sit, I get a lot of calls from men and visits from men who come to my office unannounced. And they come and they tell me, Pius, I lost my job, then I lost my wife, and then I lost my children. And it really disturbs me. Because first of all, when we are having this conversation man to man, there's always this insinuation that there's something wrong with our women. Right? But upon very deep reflection over time, I've started to shift my thinking. I think we as men set ourselves up for failure.
Yes.
Because first of all, our identity and even how we've been cultured is that mwanaume ni wallet.
Really? Yeah.
So the day you lose your job, how do you show up at home? The moment you walk through that door, first of all, you feel disqualified to be a husband. And you feel disqualified to be
a dad.
No one has judged you.
No.
Yes.
But mentally, the mental thing comes in.
Yeah.
Mentally, you look at your wife and you're like, she deserves a better man than me.
Yes.
You look at your children, you're like, I am so sorry for these children.
I failed them.
I have failed them. So it has forced me to ask myself some very difficult questions because I'm also a man. And I can also be subject to these risks. What is my role as a man that makes me irreplaceable in my family? That's the key question, isn't it?
Yes.
What makes a man irreplaceable? If it is about provision, you can, at the point of marrying your wife, you probably earn 10 times more than her. But can you guarantee that over the next 10 years, you will still be earning more than her? What if she earns 10 times more than you? Who do you become? Do you feel emasculated? Or do you feel that there is a role you play as a man that you're completely irreplaceable? So I believe in this order.
Yes.
The first role of a man is to provide his presence. Provide his presence. A home without a father is very different from a home with a father.
Wow.
True or not?
Wow.
True.
Even if a man is jobless but he is present, even if a man is completely useless in the eyes of anybody, he's not bringing anything to the table. Children behave very differently when there is a father in the house. So, number one, our presence. We need to be present. Unfortunately, we have compromised our presence to provide material things. So we are never available. We are never seen.
Yes.
So number one is presence. We can get into the details of that. Number two is priesthood. You must be a priest in your home. Many of us come from homes where the priest was the mother.
Yes.
Everything we know about God is from mom. But when the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he shall not depart from it, it comes from priesthood. You get? Eli was punished by God because of not disciplining his sons. The Bible does not say that the wife was punished.
No.
It was Eli
who
was punished.
Yes.
So our second most important role as men is to provide spiritual leadership. I have seen one thing. All women, high flyers, low flyers, mid flyers, all of them,
Yes.
they have one thing in common.
Yeah.
They are the majority in church.
Very true.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
When men lack to provide priesthood in their homes, guess where the women seek that priesthood from? From their pastors.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, as a man, when you're having a debate with your wife, she will say, the pastor said. And when you hear the pastor said, you're not supposed to counter it.
Yeah.
This matter has been concluded.
Yeah.
It's a cardinal rule.
This man hears from God,
Yes.
and therefore his word is law.
It's a done thing.
So you are supposed to submit to the pastor.
Yeah.
Right? So a woman finds it very difficult to submit to a man who does not hear from God. True or not?
True.
But a man who hears from God can provide spiritual leadership in his home, and therefore they play in their role as a priest in the family.
Yeah.
Then now we can talk providing material
Things. As the third.
as the third.
Not even the top.
Not the top.
No.
When you have fulfilled presence and priesthood,
Yes.
then you can provide material things, and all things, these things work together. So the third one is the one that is subject to change, because your wife can earn more than you.
Yeah.
At some point, your sons will earn more than you.
Yes.
Does that mean when you sit around the table, you're the smallest man on the table?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very important that men, and I speak to all the men here, make sure you're not absent at home. You are present. Make sure you provide priesthood at home, and then make sure you're also providing. If you can provide the first, forgive for missing the third one. And you'll also have a safe environment for you to retreat, recover, and then you bounce back, because you have the entire family to support you.
Okay. All right. You know, Pastor, you're talking about that. I'm thinking of this man because you've talked about presence. Who will be present at home physically, but emotionally absent. Or at some point, atakuwa mkali to everyone, to the wife, to the children, so that a question is not asked. Maybe pesa ziko wapi, pesa za watoto, school fees and all that. So they retreat to silence. They're of course being moody. So I want, Dr. Arthur, talk about the danger of a man then tying self-worth to money, to the income they have, to their, net worth and all that.
Actually, what my brother Pius is saying, in kwa ground, let's say kwa ground. Kwa ground, mambo ni different.
Yes.
This same lady, the wife, and the children, when a man is unable to provide,
yes,
even sitting around in the house, let's take an example during the COVID-19 time. There are people who came to me from families where the wife was saying they want even to sweep the house. Wewe umekaa hapa sana, natakuwa watakiwa usonge, natakuwa usonge.
Yes.
So naturally, from the cultural perspective, even the way we are wired, you would find us the way we were socialized. Unaambiwa mwanaume ni kukaa huko nje. Unangoja chakula wapi? Nje.
Enda mahali wengine wako.
Unajipatia shughuli. Unajipatia shughuli. So in the process of that shughuli,
yes,
it has become like a culture. And culture is like DNA. It's a practice, and the body has developed what you call a rhythm. And I think what he's saying is right, that we need to go back to the drawing board and discover, where did we begin, or where did the rain start beating us? Should we follow culture even when it is wrong, right? Or should we make some amendments?
Yes.
Some data is very startling, because it says like 1 in every 10 men is either experiencing depression or anxiety. So I'm looking around, we could in every 10 men is experiencing depression or anxiety, and they are sitting here.
Do you have maybe data for 1 out of 4? We want to see something.
then it even becomes even more serious.
Yes.
That out of these 10, only less than half will seek for treatment. Less than half. Yet at the same time, the same data will say men of that statistics commit suicide more than the women.
Okay.
And that comes back to what now our brother Pius is saying. when a man is unable to provide, let me tell you, your own house becomes very uncomfortable. Have I been in that space? Actually, if Lillian was here, she could be put on the line, my wife. She could tell you. A man would find it very difficult to sit at home and be fed. And like the way you're saying, we need to go back and say, what can we do differently? Because my wife for a longest time earned more money than I did. And that coming home without anything in your hand or unable to provide, it just diminishes my ego. Yani ninakaa ndani ya nyumba ni kama sio kwangu. You know what I mean? You know, a depressed man, a stressed man, a man who is anxious about tomorrow, even that priesthood, hata kuomba. Wanaume wako hapa, ukiwauliza hata kuomba, they seem to lack that audacity. And I like the way you are bringing it and giving us the hierarchy, 1, 2, 3, 4. What can we do to be able to achieve that?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because that is the biggest challenge, and especially for so many of us as men, in terms of once I've been unable to provide, then my masculinity has been robbed, has been taken away. But then again, there are so many other valuable roles that I ought to be playing in my family. And I love the aspect, especially of the spiritual leaders and our wives, because for them, they want to be nourished spiritually and all. And I know we make fun, as we are saying, and you hear using even the pastors who are here when they come visit. Ile jogo yangu na ilikuwa tu moja.
Na akakula.
Akakula pastor akachinjiwa, you know.
It's a threat.
Exactly.
But then there is another angle before you continue, which he talked about the presence of a father. It has been documented scientifically from research. That, you know, when a woman gives birth to a child, the attachment through the umbilical cord, then there's aspect of the breastfeeding. And then the birthing of the child. You know, you're touching the child everywhere, skin to skin. The one the lawyers call mundu humundu. You know, like it creates an attachment with the mother. Now, it has also been determined that the life of that child who is now outside the space of the mother, the father plays the biggest role in the overall development of that child. And how can a father get involved in the development of the child? Some cultures deny us that opportunity. Like it says, you need to birth the baby, feed the baby, play with the baby, sit with the child when now they are doing their homework. And some of those children whose fathers have been involved in that perspective, followed up on what we call longitudinal studies. They have been found academically, behaviorally, socially, they are very sound. So like what my brother Pius is saying, that our presence at home as a father has a lot of benefit and value. Now, but staying at home again, as I said, huwezi ukakaa tu nde. Unajua, tafuta, alafu kuja ukae. Ama aje?
Utafute kwanza.
Utafuta, alafu kuja ukae.
All right.
I like that because, again, it's not a leeway that we are giving men. That hata Pius alisema sisi tu nikikaa tu nyumbani. No, there should be some effort but the thing I think he was mentioning was also the aspect of once things go south. Actually, they can go south. We can tunaweza ambiwa it's been real. Thank you for your services and all. Business can crumble. When that happens, don't feel as if that's the end of the world. Of the gentleman that it has been said he was fired, but for a whole year. Jamaa alikuwa tu ana show up. He was fired, but for one full year, he used to go out.
He used to leave home.
Imagine.
He's going to work.
He's going to work.
It's all masking.
Imagine, just masking.
Just masking. Because he does not feel qualified to be a husband, to be a father. But I think we are also a bit too biased in the way we are approaching. We need to balance this conversation because we are talking about lack of provision. What happens to the man when a man cannot provide? But what happens to a man when he has too much?
Okay.
Bring it on.
Go deeper.
The wallet is, upscale. Yeah.
Because we for those people who are still, struggling, hustling. I mean, for the men who are hustling and struggling to put food on the table, they give reasons of why they are not present at home, and they are also not able to provide spiritual leadership or rather priesthood.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What about the men who have too much? They still are not able to provide presence, and they are still not able to provide
Spiritual support.
spiritual support.
The priesthood.
So, and I like my pastor likes saying that the devil likes to give us work and keep us busy.
That's a good one.
I don't think we can give excuses as a man that our lack of presence and our lack of providing spiritual leadership is because we are providing material things.
No.
It's an excuse.
Yes.
If you cannot do it when you don't have, you will also not be able to do it when you have much.
Okay.
But let me come to a very fundamental thing that I truly believe as Pius. The name Father is the only name that we share with God. Isn't it?
True. The only one.
So the role model of fatherhood is actually embedded in God. Correct?
True.
Yes.
Now, let's look at God as a father. He says Emmanuel, meaning God with,
Us.
which is the presence of
God.
God, isn't it? Now, Genesis 39 verse 2, my favorite scripture. Hata hakuna ingine najua ni hiyo tu. It says, and God was with Joseph, and he was a very prosperous man. And I always challenge people, find me anywhere in the Bible where it says God was with someone and they were poor. Okay? So, this presence for a man is not just presence in family, it's also presence in the presence of God.
Okay.
Priesthood.
Priesthood.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're not present in the presence of God, you also cannot be able to discharge priesthood because you have nothing you've received and therefore there is nothing you can give.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, if you're not in the presence of God, also, you cannot be able to provide. Because it's clear, the formula for provision is found in the presence of God. God was with Joseph, and he was a very prosperous man. And you can trace this tension for provision. You can trace it from Adam and Eve. The whole creation, day 1 to day 5, was about God creating things so that he could provide for man. He couldn't bring man before preparing provisions. Isn't it?
Yes.
So, sorry, something has dropped in my spirit.
Go ahead.
So let me say it.
Yeah, go deeper.
I think for us men to say that it is our responsibility to provide, we put ourselves unnecessary pressure, which we cannot deliver. The role to provide is actually with God. It's just that he provides through us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The moment we take the responsibility of providing, we put God aside. And therefore, we end up in the curse, which was toiling. So we are hustling, we are toiling. And as long as you're toiling, it's never enough. And as long as it's never enough, you can become a multi-billionaire, but you still don't have enough, and therefore, you still can't provide presence and priesthood.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
So this curse of provision is not just in lack thereof.
No.
It's also in abundance. When you have too much, it also takes you out of the presence of God.
Yeah.
So this fatherhood or this name that we carry called father cannot be discharged unless we are enabled by God.
Yeah.
So a man who doesn't show up in the presence of God
Yes.
cannot discharge his responsibilities. Even if he is, it's just a matter of time. Because you can actually provide material things to for your family until your children go to school, they even marry, they're out of the house. But at the end of it, you're a very empty man. Because you had no relationship with any of them, you even had no relationship with your spouse.
Yeah.
You have just been a lonely man all your life. And that is the anchor of mental disorder.
All right.
So you can pick it up from there, Daktari, now, in terms of now the mental challenges.
Yes.
Without God,
Yeah.
if as men, we discharge our responsibilities as fatherhood to provide, in the absence of God, we automatically set ourselves up for mental disorder.
There is
Wow.
a psychological perspective to that. Because some research has shown that men who attend church frequently,
Yes.
they pray also frequently, they read and study the word of God with their family, with the family, nuclear family.
Yes.
The attachment, the unity in purpose and direction that they have is much stronger. As opposed to a man who would sit at home, watch the wife and the kids go to church, and then they come back, and then he would probably be reading a newspaper or watching his favorite game or nursing the previous hangover of the previous night they have had. There is a psychological perspective.
Or scrolling endlessly.
Or just strolling around aimlessly to waste time.
Yes.
However, at the same time, we need also to strike a balance in this perspective. Doesn't the Bible also say elsewhere that yule afanye kazi yafai kukula? So like each time we say anything, we realize there is a balance. Yes, you have an expectation to receive from our Father who is in heaven.
Yes.
And then I pass it over. But just like manna, like I think the economists make a lot of reference to that manna that didn't fall in the stomach. Like it had to be, you had to go, you had to go and get it,
Yes.
So this same man, as you hear from the Lord, he gives you guidance and direction and wisdom as to where to go.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after even you get it, and that's now the part you're saying, when you have too much. In fact, men who fear the Lord or who have God as their father, even when they have too much, they still have their self-control. They still have maintained their self-control, a part of it.
In fact, they never reach too much.
They
never reach too much.
They never reach, they never reach too much. They always,
the capacity is huge.
Yeah, they are putting there, and when they think it is going overboard, they chop off that and give to the other person who seems to have nothing. So I think, yes, to some extent, I would agree, but at the same time, we also need to strike a balance, because this same man, and our ladies, our wives and mothers who are listening, probably, majority of them, you'll be surprised they are tuned into this. They also need to come and give us their husbands and their men some support.
Yes.
Because they could put pressure on a man and do comparison. Born away unakaa hivi, because they have seen another man or a neighbor, how the man is doing things, and then they put pressure on their man.
Yes.
And in the process of that pressure, that man will lose the priesthood or get depressed or anxious and then lose the focus.
Okay.
So that support is very critical.
All right.
And then finally, another balance is when our wives have more.
Yes.
When they have more, do they also want to exert their pressure to show the man, I am the one who is providing? Is it possible that also when they are also listening to us, they need to come in and support this man as a helper, as much as you have more?
Let me ask a question in relation to that.
Yes.
Could it be the reason why they are coming that way is the way you treated her when you didn't have, when she didn't have, and you had much more than her, and you exerted your pressure, and you told her that I'm the one bringing everything.
Is it payback time?
It's now payback time. So in relation to that, I'm trying to look at it in terms of how do we balance so that when I have much as a husband, I'm not mistreating my wife, or when the reverse is now a reality, I don't feel my wife is exerting pressure.
Any time a man has used control or subduing of the wife, it needs to be checked. Sometimes it could be a symptom of a mental illness coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, it could. Because like aggression in any men, naturally we are not aggressive towards women. But when you find a man wanting to use their masculinity to bring down a woman, there could be some fear. Is there some trauma? Could they have been mistreated by some woman before when they were growing up as children? And now they want to project that to this innocent person whom now they got married to. But naturally, a man should not be able to use, because it is the calling of a priest to provide.
Okay.
You receive, even the word of God, you receive, you pass over. You receive resources, you pass over. I think that is the way it should be.
All right.
But there is also a question I like asking men.
Yes.
Is it important for a man to know how much his wife earns?
Gentlemen,
good question.
A question has been, and it has been thrown to that side.
It's that
They have been quiet for too long.
Yeah, they have been quiet for too long. They will be answering that question. So kindly note down that question. Yeah. Where are you headed with that question?
Because as captains of our families, one of our responsibilities is to create an atmosphere that is safe for our families and ourselves, that we can go through seasons of life and remain united as a family.
Okay.
So the reason why I like posing this question, and the answer that I mostly get is, I'm not interested to know what my wife earns, because her money is just pocket change.
Yeah.
She can use it to go and do
some errands.
Yeah. But my money is the big money in the house. And then I pose two questions. Question number one, what if you lose your job or your business? And when you lose that source of income, which was the family income, and her money was her money, what conversation will you have with your wife? When the only source of livelihood is the one that comes from her.
Yeah.
And what you used to think was pocket money, you discover was actually 10 times more than what you are earning.
Wow. Yeah.
Where does that leave your family? You see, so we tend to think in a static we tend to think in a static way without thinking that even their economic status is changing while we are married.
True.
Yes. True.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah? So it's important that whatever we commit our families to must be something that can sustain us even when we are not able to provide because of one reason or the other. You could have disability.
Yes.
You could have anything can happen.
Yeah.
No human being is guaranteed.
Yes.
So and also, even if your wife just says it's okay, we can use my money, then you discover for the last 10 years, she's earned tens of million shillings that you cannot account for.
Yeah.
What? How will be the trust in your marriage? And what mental burden will that be to you? Because all of a sudden, you will be very keen on what she's been doing with her money when she was consuming your money.
That's a very valid question because many a times we try to show, of course, we are the big men.
Yes.
You know, I'm the law. You know, some would say, and all. But then again, as because I'm looking at it in terms of the environment that we create in our homes. So that even when I don't have
it should be safe for us.
It will be very safe for us. I don't know if you can remember, once upon a time I hosted you in one of the shows.
Yes.
You said so many things. Funny enough, the thing I remember up to date was the thing you said off when I was seeing you off, not what you said on air. And I remember, because I think, with your permission, it's important for us to share with these gentlemen and men. And you said, as a man, it is my responsibility to ensure that my wife is financially stable. Akaweka full stop. So I asked, what do you mean? He said, let's assume you and your wife, you've organized
for vacation.
And you have planned everything, and she has taken her, should I say, a day off or a leave. And then again, the D-Day that you are to take a flight or take the SGR, the morning that you are to go, the boss calls your wife and tells the wife, there's something urgent that is needed in the office. You have planned everything, tickets and all. You have booked everything. So the question as a man, which call? Who will have the final say? Who will she submit to?
That is when you will know who is the boss.
Who will she submit to?
That's $1 million question.
That's $1 million question. Now you see why.
Then you'll know who is a real provider.
Yes. See, in terms of provision, who now becomes the real provider? All along you thought you were the provider. But everything you had planned with her, they are cancelled. Because the real provider, the boss, called.
George Gichuru,
Yeah.
it's getting hotter.
It definitely.
And whenever it gets hot, it's very important to take time to rest. Yeah?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur, is it good to rest, for a man to rest?
Probably, yes. It's
Yes
good
or no?
for a man to rest.
It's good, right?
It is important.
It's healthy,
for a man
right?
to rest, yes.
Good. That is why it is very important. You get to Kadolta Resort. So that you can get time to relax, to unwind. You get time to, just after the hustle of the city, the bustle, after a busy day, you can rest at Kadolta Resort. Besides building your career, building your family, building whatever it is, that castle, it is good that you rest. So talking of which, as men on record, the audience right here, and of course, if you're tuned in right about now, you can enjoy 2 adventure park activities plus a free football for only 1,000 Kenya shillings. Think about that. You and your family, you can find your way to Kadolta Resort this weekend, next weekend, every other weekend, because you need to love yourself as well. Sindio, unapiga kazi sana, upigia mwili pole. So get to Kadolta Resort. They are here, by the way. With 1,000 Kenya shillings, you can get some good time to rest. And of course, this offer is only valid till the 30th of June, the year 2026. So simply you need to use the promo code HOP Men on Record. Write it down. HOP Men on Record. So that ukienda huko unasema, Favored Frank amenituma amesema munipatie hiyo ya 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 ndio nataka. All right? So to reserve your spot, you can call the number 0709 861 285 0709 861 285. Kadolta Resort is all about your ideal destination to relax, to reconnect, and recharge.
And before we take this break also, I want us also to be aware that our investment partner, that is Britam Asset Managers, they're committed to helping investors grow and also preserve their wealth. And this is through innovative and reliable investment solutions. And whether you are looking for stability, you are looking for liquidity through the Britam Money Market Fund, or maybe you are seeking higher return potential with the Britam Bond Plus Fund, Britam is offering options that are tailored just for your financial goals. And for you to begin your investment journey today, all you need to do is to speak to the financial advisors who are present with us at the back, or also you can WhatsApp invest to 0705 100 100, or you can dial *778#, or you can download the My Britam app. Britam Asset Managers, your trusted partner in wealth creation. And you know, as you are talking about heading to Kadolta,
yes,
as the gentlemen in the building are doing the necessary, as they are also following with the Sitam Kadolta desk, please. So it's important for you to text your wife and ask her whether they have any plans in their workplace, because you don't want the boss to call when you have sorted out everything. We are taking a short break and then we come back and continue with the conversation. Remember, Hope FM Live and Hope TV Kenya across all our social media platforms. Any question, any clarity you could be having, please let us know. And the gentlemen who are with us, they will be answering that. See you in a short while.
Hi, my people. My name is Barack Obatsa. I'm the CEO for Britam Asset Managers, which is part of the Britam group of companies. And our principal job or objective is basically we provide investment solutions to the investing public, and especially you men who need this as key providers of your families. At Britam, we provide several investment solutions. First is the money market fund, fund that we use for short-term investments. It's good, instead of keeping your money in a current account idle, you can be able to invest in this fund and in this product, and it will give you high rates of interest, and it will also allow you to access your money anytime that you feel like. The other one is Britam Bond Plus, and the Britam Bond Plus Fund, the principal area of use for you is basically to invest for the long term, so that you can be able now to acquire other long-term assets like plots, houses, cars, and it gives you a much higher return. I believe that transparency gives you confidence to invest in our products. We tell you what we invest in, and how we invest, and where we invest your money, so that you can understand and know the risk and returns of your product. You can use WhatsApp. We have what we call Bella. Bella, a very beautiful lady who you can call upon to onboard and also use for withdrawing your money. For you to access that is 0705 100 100. And if you say hi, Bella will give you further instructions, and you'll be able to open an account at any time and anywhere, so long as you have that number. You can also open an account using USSD *778#, and you follow the prompts and you'll be able to open an account. You can also go to our portal or our website at Britam, and you should be able to open an account. You can also go to our app. It's called My Britam, and you should be able to open an account from there. And once you open, you can actually do almost everything from that app or website. So it's very easy for you to open an account. And should you want to talk to a customer service representative, you can still call us on 0705 100 100, which is our contact center. And if you want any of our representatives to visit you, we can be able to visit you at your place of your convenience and time of your convenience. At Britam, we are with you every step of the way.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for the Men on Record show right here on Hope TV, and of course on Hope FM. That is where you listen and live. You get to interact with us on 0708 222 323. That is on WhatsApp, 0717 400 555 on WhatsApp as well. We can see many of your feedback, many of your questions coming in, your comments. We really appreciate tonight. And of course, if you got any question, feel free to share with us tonight and across our social media platforms at Hope TV Kenya, at Hope FM Live. And gentlemen, it is very important because we have our partners right here, ICL Lion Group, that are here today to support with your financial wellness and growth. If you want to grow your assets, grow your wealth, you'd want to consider ICL Lion because they are the leading East African financial services provider. And they offer retirement planning, the insurance solutions that you can take advantage of tonight, and investment opportunities, to help you protect and grow your wealth. You're talking about the money market funds, all those assets, fixed income assets and all that, you can get them right at ICL Lion. You need to learn more and just appreciate a variety of products they offer. You can feel free to connect with their team right here. You can find their desk and be able to appreciate all they offer. Or better yet, visit their website, www.icllion.com, and you'll be good to go.
And thank you to everyone who is tuned in to tonight's episode. And so many ladies are also very much tuned in to the show.
Okay.
Thank you. We value you.
Yeah.
And we welcome you to the show tonight.
And we see you.
And we see you. So thank you so very much for tuning in to tonight's episode as we continue to discuss. Remember, tonight we are talking about wallet wealth as well as mental health. That is what we are discussing in tonight's episode of Men on Record. And so keep those questions coming. You can use the number 0717 400 555, 0708 222 323 as well. And also, I know that you are in need of reliable financing for your biashara, for your mjengo, or something that you want to do in as far as purchasing your next asset is concerned. And so you can choose from flexible logbook and also asset financing to reliable motor import financing processed in under 6 hours. And this is payable in up to 36 months. And for more information, you can call 0709 434 000, or you can dial *674# today. This is because momentum, expanding your possibilities.
Great. So if with the momentum, you can increase your momentum when it comes to investment.
I see what you did there, bro.
Thank you so much, Istambele Kibali. I can see right there. You are tuned in from CBD, Faith Waithera. Thank you so much. You say that happy Father's Day to all fathers in the house. Lydia Faith, I can see right there. You say wonderful conversation for us, ladies, to learn from. These are ladies saying they are learning. We have Lona Lihemo, we have Evangelist Joseph Michael. You see you're tuning in from Kitengela. We have this other one, Grace Kiriko. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Modhaka Waziri, we can see right there as well. George, we want to go out here and get some, what people are saying out here. We go to the streets, right?
Yes.
Twende mtaani tuweze kujua watu wanasema vipi.
Yeah.
My father is late, alikufa 2005. Nime grow up na single mom. So Father's Day nimu celebrate kumkumbuka. Events vitu tulikuwa poa na yeye. Memories tu. Kwanza growing up niko na 3 sisters. Being compared and everything. So unaambiwa ile you have to be like this one, you have to be like this one, and the rest mtu unakokuwa compared na yeye is a lady and all that. So unapata kuna hiyo pressure kwa familia from expectations wanataka ukue nayo ni mingi sana.
Wanaume kuna vitu zinazowasumbua kwa maisha ya spiritually, physically. Mwanaume kuna vitu mingi sana ambacho zinamsumbua, kana kwamba unapata licha kwamba hata eleza jamii, lakini kuna ule rafiki wake wa karibu mno ambaye atamuita na kumwambia jambo hili limekuwa sugu sana kwangu. For example, mwanaume kazini kule tunakofanya kazini unapata kuna mambo ambayo hayaendi vizuri katika biashara inakulemea. Hautaambia mke wako kama biashara inakulemea. Hautaambia kila mtu biashara inakulemea. Maanake hujui adui ni nani, hujui anayekutakia mema, hujui anayekutakia mabaya. So unapata ni rahisi sana wewe kama rafiki yangu nitakuita na nikwambie biashara yangu iko hivi na hivi.
Success to a man is when a man has taken his kid to school, they will not bother him too much. Success to a man, if the wife he married is behind him, he will not suffer a lot. They can negotiate, they can talk together to find out how to take their kid to school or how to make their kids not to sleep hungry. Successful a man is when the kids are not drunkard, they are not smokies, they are not hanging in every places without working. And if they are working well, they listen to the parent, they listen to both parents and a mother and a father. That means a man can count himself successful.
I define success to a man is when you have a stable family and you also have a stable income. Not that much, but you are able to sustain your family and you are at peace with your family.
And those are the views of some gentlemen on the streets deciding to tell us what they think success looks like and what should actually be happening in their families and also in as far as their marriages are concerned. And I want to pick the minds of the gentlemen that we have in as far as we react to what those gentlemen said. And there's one which is very specific, the gentleman we began with. And for him, he said, adui ni nani? Hajui yeye adui ni nani? Hata bibi ni adui, hata yeye siwezi mwambia.
Bibi ni potential enemy.
Exactly. And what would lead a man to those levels, Pius, in terms of, even when things are going off, in terms of his career, in terms of his business, that he's not willing to share the same with his own wife? And what are some of the dangers?
I think money problems are not really money problems, but they are identity issues which are clothed in financial, which come dressed in financial issues.
Mm-hmm.
So when I listen to that man, you can see the issue is not his wife. The issue is how he defines his role as a man. If my business is struggling, I cannot even share with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not accepted in his mind by his wife.
Yeah.
That's a man who is struggling. So, but is that really what a man is? Is that what a father is meant to be? Is that what a husband is meant to be? Because if that's what it is, then we'll spend the rest of our lives very lonely. We'll provide for everybody. We'll provide for our wives. We'll provide for our children. We'll do all those things that those people have said.
Yeah.
But on our deathbed, we'll have never lived this life because nobody really knew us. We'll be the unknown identities. And in fact, we'll never even understand who we are ourselves. And so there are very deep things which are cultured in us. And have forced us, have cornered us to define the role of a man in such a narrow fashion.
Mm-hmm.
There's the second gentleman who spoke about, family, children, no smokies,
no smokies,
no smokies, not drunkards, and you can see that broader definition of what success truly means for a man. Can we achieve that success by just providing material? And the simple answer, absolutely no. In fact, I was seated with one of the wealthiest people in this country. I won't say who. I was in his house and he was telling me, Pius, I came from a very poor background and I worked really hard.
Yeah.
And now he became one of the wealthiest in the country. And he said, Pius, I wanted to provide for my children what I was never privileged to have.
Yeah.
And he said in Kikuyu, I don't know whether in English it can ever sound okay. Makes sense. But he says, I was trying to straighten the wire, but instead of straightening it, I broke it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what he meant was, I was trying to give my children the best life that I could give them. Instead, I ended up with children who are irresponsible, who cannot take care of the empire I've spent my entire life building.
Yeah.
And therefore, as a father, in his latter years, he was judging himself as a failure. Yet,
despite
in terms of assets, in terms of bank balance, in terms of portfolio, net worth, he's up there, top tier in the country. So I think the real success of a man is not really measured in those material things, is how do we judge ourselves when we sit quietly just somewhere and look at everything that what our story has turned out to be. Is it really what we really wanted? Yeah. And we have to start by defining that very early.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get it wrong.
All right. Maybe Dr. Arthur, your input, maybe your reaction to what citizens are saying out here.
A few things came up, Flavor. There are one man who said, I can't tell my wife, can't tell anybody. In the world of psychology, there is an aspect of what we call trust versus mistrust. This begins actually right from childhood. What we are seeing could be a product of what that person encountered in the home environment that he was explaining earlier. And trust from a child comes from even when they are crying for help, when they are still little babies and nobody turns up to pick them, then they tend to mistrust that environment. And that child is likely to grow up when they are not getting that attention from mom, attention from dad, significant others within their space. So they'll grow up mistrusting literally everybody, now including the wife. So the wife could be a product of an innocent bystander who is they're just projecting their frustration on an innocent person, but the genesis of that need to be found. How did he grow up? And this is now where the father comes in the priestly parenting style. All right, like if the dad, for example, was authoritarian, and it is. I hope men who are here listening, the macho man, like ukiingia kwa nyumba, watoto wakimbie, waingie, waende kulala haraka haraka, wakuondokea kwa sitting room. So like that authoritarian type of parenting style can actually cause a child, especially a boy child, because they didn't have that ability to socialize and learn from the father, then they mistrust almost everyone else that will be there.
All right.
Then there was another one who was talking about measuring success in terms of watoto wameenda shule, nini, there's no drunkards around there. That is the real situation in life. And that is exactly what my brother is saying. We need to move away from that particular aspect and say, can I as a man still earn my status as a father, even when that provision I'm struggling in it. Is there another role I need to play? And that's why we need this forum like the one now we are having today. The more we have to talk to men, and I think it's probably the first time some men are hearing men talking.
Yes.
Because all the time we are hearing mikutano za wamama, mikutano za wamama, they go there, they laugh. In fact, if ladies were here, hapa kungekuwa na kelele na shangwe na nderemo. Because And I want to challenge our fellow men. When we come for such a meeting, for a psychologist like me, it is supposed to form what we call a group therapy. We should be engaging. We should be laughing. We should be responding to the things that we are hearing coming out in discussion.
Yes.
When we leave here, we would have received group therapy.
Wow.
And we go home better people. And I'm even thinking that probably with your guidance, our brother can help us to know, because most of those, if you hear the way we are talking about money and investment, probably we need to hear at what point do I need to begin to invest as a man? Do I eat everything? Right? Because from the world of like when you're saying you are providing, are you just providing, or there is something you're also saving? Like the way you're saying, putting aside money for vacation.
Yes.
Right? So like in the world of psychology, we have developmental phases that have scientifically studied to show when a person is more optimum in terms of investment, and it reaches a certain stage of life, you feel like, hey, where I've come from is far, where I'm going is so near, and then you get into desperation. So it will be good for us to hear from, to hear from a financial guru now like him, to help us to know when should a man begin to invest.
All right, and before Pius comes in, somebody said that many mental health struggles are intensified by poor financial decisions, poor financial habits.
Yes.
And I'd want Pius to speak into that. But before then, I'd want to remind somebody that when you get that money, as you invest, remember yourself. Invest in yourself as well. Because you need to get a place, a serene, tranquil environment where you can count your money, count your dollars, count your, the money you've made in peace. And that is none other than Kadolta Resort.
So
right? A place where you can count your money in peace.
Yes.
Kadolta Resort.
Yes.
So you can actually, as men on record audience, you can enjoy 2 adventure park activities plus a free football. That is for 1,000 Kenya shillings only. With 1,000, you can count the rest of your money. Imagine. With 1,000 Kenya shillings, count the rest of your money. And you simply use the promo code HOPEMEN ON RECORD when booking. Now to reserve that lot, you can call or SMS 0709-861-285. 0709-861-285. Kadolta Resort. It's all about that ideal destination to relax, to reconnect, to rewire, to recharge, and bounce back to make more money. Tena kwa mpigo zaidi.
And thank you so very much for the lots of love that also we are receiving on our social media platforms. Continue engaging with us. We are live on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on the telly. And so thank you so very much, Renson Motiso. This is good company for every man. A financial guru admits having made losses that gave him sleepless nights, and a mental health specialist who admits he gets stressed. Come on, man, he says. Kissinger also says Pius is authentic. Ati mwanaume ni nini? Haya. Motuko Eric, the biggest stress that the modern man will face is providing presents in a world that demands otherwise. That is money. This man must first find his true identity from God. Otherwise, the world will confuse him and confuse him more. Thank you, Austin. Very good facts, men on record. Powerful this evening. Thank you so very much. And gentlemen, remember our partners at ICA Lion Group are also here with us this evening. They are here to support your financial wellness and growth. And as a leading East African financial services provider, ICA Lion is offering retirement planning, insurance solutions, and investment opportunities that will go a long way in helping you to protect and also to grow your wealth. And so to learn more, feel free to connect with their team. They are here this evening, or better yet, you can visit their website, www.icalion.com.
All right.
So many questions that are coming in.
Yes.
And let's talk about the seed. Because you keep saying, and following your videos, you keep talking about the seed. And you say that the danger with so many of us is that we eat the seed. But before you answer that question of the seed, I see we have a number of questions from the plenary. And so if you can allow us to go and pick a number of questions, then answer them, and then we come back and we pick up from there. So any question? Yes, we have some questions.
My name is Innocent from Britain. Thank you, Pius, for I'm a man of purpose. I have a few things to point. One, how far should I go as far as openness is concerned? Somebody I looked up to as a mentor once told me that if you have 1,000 shillings in your pocket, when you're meeting with your wife, tell your wife you have 800. Because at the end of the day, she'll give you, if you tell her you have 800, she will give you a 900 budget. So if you say 1,000, she'll give you a 1,200 budget. So how far can I go as far as openness is concerned? Number two, Pius, you've told us about how to define a man, but, and I'm using the word but deliberately because but changes the whole statement, because I tend to think men are defined differently depending on their situations. The good book, which is the Bible, says that a poor man, even in his own wisdom, nobody remembers him. So again, we are defined by our situation and our status. Some of us who are here today, we came in driving, and maybe your neighbor is also driving, but then you couldn't come in the same car with your neighbor because of status. So I tend to think that at the same time, status defines who we are. Then number three, there's a question that was asked, and my good professor, the man behind the mental health, has told us about this thing of opening up to your wife when you're vulnerable, and I think the first gentleman on TV spoke about it. And this is what I tend to think, and I don't know if I'm wrong, please correct me, that sometimes we don't open up to our wives or our women because it might be used against us much later when things are not the same. So those are things that I would want you to define and help me get to know one or two things concerning that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that question. And I think we can take those three questions for now. And Pius, one question directed to you. How do you respond? Yeah.
I think there's a word that keeps recurring here. Rest. Can we address rest?
Yes.
And I want to anchor on something that you've already said.
Yeah.
The only name that we share with God is Father, right? So our best role model of fatherhood is actually embodied in how God discharged as a God, isn't it? And I tend to look at Genesis 1 as loaded with secrets, especially around creating wealth.
Yeah.
For 6 days, God created, right?
Yes.
Are we together?
Yes.
Then on the 7th day, he entered into?
Rest.
From what?
Work.
From work.
Yeah.
So, how does God define work? Work from the perspective of God is creating. Are we together?
Yes.
Right now, we are having this conversation because there is a problem. There is a human pain point. Tension between financial well-being and mental health.
Yeah.
We are addressing, there are many people who are listening in because this is a relevant topic.
Yes.
And the nuggets that come from here are a solution.
True.
So, wealth is created whenever we solve a human pain point. So, in the beginning, before God created anything, the Bible says that the world was what? It was dark, void, and without form. Isn't it?
Yes.
So, in other words, it was chaotic. There was disorder.
Yeah.
By the end of that process, there was order
Yeah.
and everything was in place, isn't it?
Yeah.
But on the seventh day, God entered into
Rest.
Into rest. And I like asking the question, so what has God been doing since that day?
Hey, food for thought. Yeah.
Because he never, there is no record of him continuing to create. He didn't say, the Bible does not say that he came back to work. Isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, that's story for another day. The point I'm trying to make here is God showed us what work means. Work means creating solution to human pain points. And when you create solutions to human pain points, you position yourself to attract wealth. Wealth comes to you, you don't chase wealth.
Yeah.
Today, everybody has a phone here, isn't it? Their iPhones. Who created iPhone? Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
The guy, posthumous, is still one of the most valuable companies in the world, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
He created a solution to a human pain point, and therefore wealth continues to come. Now, when you create wealth in such a way that cash flow keeps coming, regardless of seasons and everything else, you also enter into rest.
Yeah.
Our problem is the way we've been cultured is that we have to go every day to work so that you can put food on the table.
True.
So the question for us men is, when will we ever enter into rest?
Rest. Yeah.
And are we doing something today that will actually put us into? Will help us to enter into?
Rest.
Into rest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, many of us, we are just doing tasks. We're just showing up at work so that you can get that dose at the end of the month, and then you survive another month.
Yeah.
The end of that cycle can only end one way.
Yeah.
Poverty, shame, and all the things that we do not want to be associated with as men. So first and foremost, we really need to learn from God about how to create wealth. Yes. It is God who teaches us how to create wealth.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So rest is important. The next question was what?
The status. There was a question to do with status.
Status.
Yeah. We don't want to carpool. Also the kind of
the comparison syndrome.
Exactly. Yeah. With my neighbor.
You see, where we go wrong as men is every time we decouple creating wealth from God. Like, there has been, again, a lot of myths around that. As poor as a
church mouse.
We have a problem when you see your pastor driving a Range Rover, you're like, why should a pastor drive a what?
A Range Rover.
Why should a pastor be living in Runda?
Yeah.
You understand? When you serve God, we've been cultured that you're supposed to be poor. That is what humility is. That is not humility.
No.
That's not humility. So we need to remove these myths, and because they have no biblical foundation. What I firmly believe, God was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous. So there is no way you can be with God and you be poor. Because when you're with God, then you also get into the right assignment, which is your work. When you're in your right assignment, which is work, you also get to solve human pain points. That attract cash flow, and therefore you also are enabled to enter into
rest.
Into rest. So I cannot see a man who is walking with God and has a problem with his financial status, with his social status. But there's something very humbly when you know that everything you have is actually powered by God, because it limits your ego. This is not about me.
No, I'm a steward.
This is about stewardship. Yes. So you will look at your watchman the same way you look at your wife and children, because they're just as human as yourself. So this thing of social status is also something that is created by the society we live in, a worldly system that wants to rank us based on our bank balances. But is that godly?
No.
Not godly. But have we also in the church behaved in the same way? I think we need to look at, because the church is a big model, and we've seen some pastors, some clergy, who also develop certain social status that they can't even carry their own Bible. I mean,
the opulent.
So, but what we are saying here is what that gentleman talked about, relaxation, is one of the coping mechanisms to deal with mental health. Relaxation is a cluster of many things, because relaxing is like the way he's saying, at what point do you retreat from that work and then you take a rest? And that rest is not necessarily doing nothing. And that's why I'm really keen to hear about the investment and what somebody needs to do after retirement. Is retirement a ticket for you to go and die? Or just stay, are they telling you, like, so to speak? That when you confide in people, one of the challenges the men have is finding somebody you can confide in. You look around and you think you have a friend. Before you know it, imeenda kwa news. The information you gave them in confidence, imepelekwa kwa news. And then you become afraid. So what do? We withdraw into our own cocoons. Mambo inatukumba, inasindilia, nobody to talk to. But let's learn from the women, if those who are listening. Women, one of the ways they get more stress, they get more depression, and they go to hospital more than the men. But when you look at the data, that men suffer more consequences from those symptoms than the women. Why? A woman will go to another woman. Ask any man who is sitting in here, if they leave this meeting and they go home and they find, hey, they have a meal, but there was no salt. And there is a neighbor. Will they go and knock the neighbor's door to ask for the salt?
No.
They can't do that. That's what that man was saying. A woman would actually do that. They will knock the door and ask. So we need to develop faith in one another. Pick out a person, someone you can actually confide in, and let them walk with you. Then the other thing is doing exercises, literally exercises, not necessarily going to play golf if you can afford. Go play golf. That's one of the best things to unwind. You are hitting something and then just walking around
following it.
And sometimes it gets lost, and the task of looking for it is therapy. Is therapeutic in itself when it is gone into the rough and you cannot be able to trace it.
All right.
Oh, great.
But I have a question for Prof.
Oh, you have a question? Yes.
Is your wife one of the people you should confide in?
Because let me tell you.
I think it has come out.
Let me be very honest. The wife is one of, actually not one.
Should she be the first one?
The topmost person to confide in. This is somebody you probably share your life with for the rest of your life. Until death do you part.
Correct.
If you can't trust her, if she can't trust you, that is an issue of trust. And that trust is not coming from her. It could be having a genesis from another space where you are failed by other people in other relationships. But the wife to trust her, I think, is number one.
All right.
So, and maybe, as a man, when you find yourself in a situation where you cannot confide in your wife, it's actually one of your source of mental unstable. Because why share everything with this person, but you feel you cannot be vulnerable to that person? And I like telling the people, at least I counsel, marriage is the only place you enter with no plan B.
With no manual.
With no plan B.
With no plan B, yeah.
So, kama mbaya,
Mbaya.
but you have to go full throttle.
Yeah.
If you give 80%, it still doesn't work. If you give 99%, it still doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because she will sense she does not have 1%. And that introduces a whole new dynamic.
Yeah, we can go to the audience again. I see Rev has a question. Let's hear it. Go ahead, Rev.
Thank you very much, George, and our guests. We appreciate that. Now, Pius, I love your perspective when it comes to issues of money. I saw a tweet by Elon Musk, and we know that Elon Musk has been poised as the first dollar trillionaire. And he said, whoever said money can't buy happiness really knew what they were talking about. I saw this tweet and I was shocked, because this is the richest man in the world. But the question of money, really, if you engage with men, all of us seated here, if you are to open our heads, almost 90% of the thoughts are money-based. So financial issues becomes the greatest source of mental health for men. But then, and this is where my question comes in, the approach of money centered on our relationship with God. At what point? I'm a present father, I'm a good priest, but then there is that number 3, the provision aspect. And it is a reality that we cannot run away from. What would you say to men as far as the aspect of contentment is concerned? Not from the place of mediocrity where you sit now and say, I'll be excused because I'm doing very well on the 2. But even at the place of provision, what are those things that you provide for? And you are very grateful as a man, even as you pursue the others. Thank you.
Thank you for that question. How do we strike a balance? That's the question, I think, from Rev.
Yeah. You know, when you were reading about Elon Musk, now the first trillionaire in the world, the question that I had in my mind before you even spoke it out was, is Elon Musk the happiest man on earth? And definitely not. And that gives us a clue about our pursuit of money. And I like basing everything biblically, because if you don't go to original design, we can mislead each other with worldly wisdom. What happened at the Garden of Eden, at the center of it was provision. God had provided everything for Adam and Eve, except one tree. He said, this one do not touch, except one. And that provided the only path that the devil would come and bring an imbalance in terms of who is the provider. And the moment Eve took that apple and went against God's will, she took away, or man took away, the responsibility of provision to himself. And that's what, of course, led to the curse. And the man was told, you'll have to toil, isn't it? Before, man was never meant to. We were not designed to toil.
No.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
We were not designed to toil. And that's why I like telling people, never use the word hustler on yourself.
Actually, it's negative.
You are just cursing yourself.
Yeah.
You are not designed to hustle. Now, fast forward. Jesus is about to begin his ministry, and he's done his 40 days of fasting. He's very hungry. What is the first temptation he gets? Turn these stones into... Don't you see there is something here about the stomach? Because provision is about the stomach.
Yes.
Isn't it? The devil knows that if he brings an imbalance or or takes us on a tangent on our understanding that God is our provider, he gets a path into our life to completely rule our lives. Mm-hmm. What did Jesus say? Because it gives us a clue. He says, "It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." And what Jesus was saying, I'd rather die than provide for myself. I'd rather die than provide for myself. And so, literally, Jesus came back to restore our source of provision. Isn't it?
Yeah.
But what the world system has been selling to us until today, and this is the reason we're having this conversation, endless conversation, is because we are still struggling on who is the source of our provision.
Yeah. All right.
We still have the dangling carrot of the apple.
Okay. All right.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to drive is, unless we as men embrace that we are not really the providers, but we are conduits of provision to our family, we will never be able to enter into rest. And we will never be able to be present for our children and our wives. And we will never be able to be priests of our families. And also, whatever provision we provide through our own toil will never be enough for our families. And therefore, the end is very determined.
Right.
You will never enter into rest. And the issues we face today can never come to an end. So, coming back to balance, you cannot achieve that balance unless you're operating with the grace of God.
All right, great.
Maybe I could... I could just jump in a little, because this is my friend, my colleague, my pastor. He has asked a very kind of a technical question. Anytime he asks questions, you need to watch. There is a cognitive aspect to that question.
Okay.
That the way he's explaining, the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart,
so he is.
So is he.
Yeah.
So when somebody looks at money and glorifies it and looks at it, it is everything. But then he learns later on in life that this money, as much as I've accumulated it, it has not been able to fill that void, which my brother is alluding to. He's not been able to fill that void. So that man thought, if I break the world record and become the trillionaire with all this money, I think I will achieve the happiness. He was very wrong. So in the same thing for us men, I think what Pius is saying is, as much as we are focused on making money, we should not leave God outside of that particular one.
All right.
It should be in our mind.
We should never focus on making money. We should focus on Him.
Glorifying God.
And money is a byproduct
of God.
Wealth is a byproduct.
Amen.
Amazing.
Because Matthew 6 says, you cannot serve God and mammon.
Yes.
It is why would God actually bring mammon as an alternative to God?
Yes.
As long as you're pursuing money, money becomes your God.
Yes.
As long as you're pursuing God, God remains your God, and He provides for you and your family.
Amen.
All right, great. I think before George Gichuru comes in with some more questions, a young boy asked the father that when the founding fathers of this land were, working to acquire property and, amass some more for themselves, where were you?
Yeah.
You were just sleeping around.
Yeah.
So today, we are here the generation, the people we are raising, the children we are raising, they will ask us someday, when others were investing with ICA Lion, paying for pension, you know, investing in stock markets, you know, the money market funds, where were you?
Where were you?
And that's why we don't want that question to find you flat-footed. I'd want you to invest with ICA Lion. Because they're here today, tonight, to support your financial wellness and growth. So all you need to do is to visit their desk, or better yet, visit their website, www.icalion.com, because they are the leading East African financial services providers. ICA Lion offers retirement planning, you know, insurance solutions, investment opportunities. If you want your money to work for you, they'll give you some good products so that your money works for you as you go to Kadolta to rest.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. We have one more question. So quickly we can have it. Thank you.
Much. My name is Hezbon Degwa. In the close to 1.5 hours plus we have been talking here, I've realized for us men, it is all about every other person apart from us. You looked at the videos that are played, Watu wa Mtaa. Everyone is talking about my family, my children, school. It then brings me the question of, as fathers, we know that God provides through us. Shouldn't things then start from us before it goes to every other person that we are providing for? I want to connect this to something more specific. As a father, I am a firstborn in my family. And it is a privilege, I must point that out. But sometimes I ask myself, how privileged is this privilege? Because it almost feels like sometimes you do not know where the line is. All right? And sometimes I ask myself, do I then have to work way harder than everyone else? Am I at a privilege or at a disadvantage? Just a question. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. You can have one more, then we have them answered. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so my question, I think this is to Dr. Shikanda, is that as fathers, what are the subtle ways or subtle everyday action that build resilience in our children, especially when the culture around them is giving them conflicting messages and identity, conflicting messages about identity and values?
Thank you. You can take those two.
Money. The money was more critical in this meeting. I was coming a lot. Did you ask about what about parents and children?
No, my question is as fathers, so what are the subtle everyday actions that build emotional resilience in our children, especially when the culture around them is giving them conflicting messages about identity and values? For example, as men, the identity, what I mean is that as men, our identity is basically based on the financial values, things such as being masculine, being aggressive. So those are the conflicting identities that the society has given to our boys. And then we also, if you have daughters, there are those basically identities that are tied to how ladies or daughters and sons are supposed to be raised. So as fathers, what are the ways that we, especially when you're talking about the being present in the family, what are those actions and just the actions that we are supposed to take so that we can be able to guide or raise our children the right way?
Thank you, thank you.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And actually I could use my own example because I know our children are watching and listening. My wife is also tuned in.
Yeah.
And some of the things we've done, especially me now as a father, are very basic. Culture in the Luya community where I come from will dictate that a man should not be found in the kitchen. Is there any Luya in the house? And even your wife could actually chase you out of the kitchen, thinking you have become a nuisance around her space. So like, I took a decision to go against the cultural encapsulation.
Yes.
And said, I will do things in the home so that we can raise our 3 sons, because God hasn't given us a daughter. We have 3 sons grown up. And I thought, psychology says that a child learns 90% from what they see and participate in. Who do they see from? A significant other, their father, doing. Then the son gets involved, or the child gets involved. So simple chores, doing dishes. Can I hear an amen from the men? Doing dishes, cooking. I mean, just being a normal, coming down from your higher position of a father figure and being a friend to the children and doing normal things in the house until they come and recognize Allah. Kumbe dad is just like any other person. Then number 2, ability for you to express your emotions. I know most men, we are told, like, I think my brother began by saying, "Unakaa ngumu, unakaa macho man." And the children have never heard you say, "Oh, today when I was at work, this was not a good day. I have had this challenge and that and that." And then they also feel, "Oh, kumbe dad also breaks down." And you know, they begin to feel with you.
You know, all fathers were number 1 back in the day. All fathers were actually number 1 back in the day. So all fathers.
So they begin to feel that actually dad has emotions, right? And in that context, then you notice most parents, if you have a home that has a carpet, like the one we are sitting on right now, when you get to your house, simple things. Don't be the financial guru in your house. Don't be the senior pastor in your house. When you get into your house, be dad. And that's a very critical thing. Be daddy. And when this toddler, you know the toddler, child growing up, they come running, toddling, with the head is bigger and they're going like they're going to fall. When you grab them, they're running to you, embrace them tightly on your body, right? And that attachment, when you fall down on the floor, you roll around, play around, simple things, basic things, will make you develop a stronger attachment, and children begin to feel when they have an issue, they can actually come and share with you.
Thank you. Because of time, we need to wrap up, especially for those who are watching us. The good thing for those who are here, we will continue with the conversation. And of course, I know that our 2 gentlemen will indulge us and give us a few minutes so that also they can be able to address some of the questions, so many questions that are coming in from our live audience. But for those of us who are watching us from home, thank you so very much. We need to call it a night so that we can move to the other side of the studio so that we can get the 9 o'clock bulletin. But remember that you are also here being reminded about momentum, because all you need is reliable financing for your biashara, mjengo, or for your next car purchase. And so you can choose from flexible logbook and asset financing to reliable motor import financing processed in under 6 hours, and which is payable in up to 36 months. For more information, why don't you call them today, 0709-434-000, or you can dial *674# today. Momentum, expanding your possibilities. And thank you to all the sponsors that have come on board to make this event also a success. But we need to bid farewell to our audience, that is those who are watching us from the different locations. Thank you so very much as well. But I believe that we'll be continuing with this conversation, especially with our live audience.
In the interest, for the person at home,
yes,
we need to celebrate Liz.
Liz, oh yes.
The powerful producer
she's the
behind this
woman behind this.
Let's appreciate
Men need
our
women.
producer. I know.
We need the woman.
We need the woman.
We need the woman.
Yes, that is our producer, Liz Kavura. She has done an amazing job as well to make these a success. And of course, it is a large group that has made this production a success. Thank you so very much. And of course, our head of media also playing a critical role in ensuring that this has come to pass. The larger team, Hope Media team, we also appreciate you so very much. So, kwa wale wanatutazama, poleni, but we have to end it now, and we continue with the conversation with our live audience. Ama vipi?
Yeah, sure.
Aya.
They call me Favoured Frank. If you're at home, have a great night.